biggest injury, I guess, would probably be my elbow. Sometimes it would just be inflamed so big that I could barely like pick anything up. So just being able to be mobile again, 100% rather than being in pain.
Is your health thriving, or is it merely surviving? Welcome to Thriving with Chiropractic, where we unpack conditions and lifestyle challenges in order for you to be the best version of health you can possibly be. I'm your host, Dr. Mosier, and my beautiful co-host is my wife, Ellen. Join us on this journey to thrive. Hey folks, Dr. Mosier here, and I'm with Sean today, and she is the Park and Rec's director. So tell us more about you. So how did you start being the Park and Rec's director? How did that become?
So as many people, probably in our community and in our country, I was actually affected by COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I was in food sales prior to taking over the Park and Rec director, and how the economy went down, food sales went down, and I was laid off and decided to make that permanent. And one day I got a phone call from my predecessor, and she was leaving, taking on another position, and that's how it happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've been in sports your whole life.
Correct.
What were some of the main sports that you played?
I was a 4-year athlete, track, softball, basketball, and I ran cross country, but not all 4 years of high school. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So being involved in the community is a big deal to you, but
Mm-hmm.
but why?
Just because, I've grown up here. I moved here when I was very young. My family is very much involved in the community. My grandparents and my uncle own DeWalt Funeral Home here, right here on Brick Street. And then now my sisters both have small businesses in town, one being Raquel's restaurant right on the square. And then my other sister, Jillian, she runs a food truck called JK Sandwiches. And so I guess my whole family's here, so the community, and it's one of those things, you want to make everything better you can. So being involved is just something that I enjoy.
Yeah. So you wanna make it a better place.
Yes.
And
correct.
to me, playing football my whole young life,
Mm-hmm.
I even played a little bit at Hanover. Teamwork is a huge part of development.
Absolutely.
And you get that in sports. Now you can get that in music as well, but it's so individual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then again, wrestling is so individual.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these more team sports, so baseball, basketball, football, soccer,
Mm-hmm.
all these things are extremely important. So how do you plan to improve what has already been, how do you want to keep improving?
So the fun thing about my job, it's not just necessarily sports related. So I run 5 different parks in our community. One being Riley's Place, which is attached with DePaul Park, which is an old standing park, and then Riley's was brought to us in 2001, I believe. And then I also have Elizabeth Street Park, which is just, I always call it the sledding park, where all the kids go and sled every year. And then you've got the Ball Diamonds, of course, which is most of the time where people think all the action goes, but that's just during a short time through the summer. And then we have Celinda as well, which is something we've acquired recently, the city has taken on. So my job is to bring activities and bring those those free amenities, those amenities to the city, so that people can go and take their children out to be able to play in these parks and enjoy just like a beautiful summer day. So
Awesome. Well, I didn't realize that Lake Celinda was owned by the city now.
So that's where the water treatment plant used to be.
Okay.
So, which is no longer, we no longer pump from Lake Celinda. So the city has just taken a approach to just keep it clean, keep it to where it's an attraction on its own, because you can kayak, you can boat launch, you can fish, I don't really know if I've seen people swimming, but I'm sure you could if you got out far enough. But there's many different, there's things out there. There's actually a new walking trail that has been put in place, and it actually runs from Lake Celinda all the way over to Martinsburg Road, which to the old gun range that used to be on Martinsburg Road. And it's a really all nature path. It's very pretty. You can ride a bike on it. You can walk on it. Take your animals, your children. It's
nice.
Yeah.
Well, my big question for you, because you're doing a lot, you're doing a lot for our community. How has chiropractic helped you be able to achieve all these things?
Well, from being a previous, I guess you could say athlete, I probably in my younger years didn't take care of my body the way that I should have, and I learned that hard in my previous job in food sales. When you think, oh, it's just selling food, well, it's a lot of packing and lugging and picking up and storing, different things, heavy objects and things like that. So chiropractic just basically made me be able to move again.
Awesome.
I had lots of lower back pain, and well, my biggest injury, I guess, would probably be my elbow. Sometimes it would just be inflamed so big that I could barely pick anything up. So just being able to be mobile again, 100% rather than being in pain.
Right. That makes sense. Well, thank you for doing this with us, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on Thriving with Chiropractic. Thank you for joining. We truly hope Thriving with Chiropractic is making a positive impact on your health and wellness. Please comment and share this episode. We would love to hear from you. And as always, remember, your story matters.